right, hello Libra, welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if you are new. I'm shuffling the cards here, so what I'm going to do is I will kind of go over what the reading's going to be about real quick for you. I like to do a quick 7-card spread here just to try to keep it short and sweet if possible. And it kind of goes over just kind of like the basic of everything that's going on in your life. As fast as we can here. I do keep notes of the previous readings, so that way we can kind of get a better idea on what the cards are trying to say. If you listen to something that they said last month, or if not, let's see if I can talk today here. But let's see what it says for you for this month, and hopefully it helps kind of give you the guide, okay? Spirit, can you please guide us on what Libra should be looking for in the month of April, please? So these cards do not want to cooperate with me today. It's probably because I'm feeling a little tired. All right, so let's get started. So our first card is our Moon card, and that's going to be your home or inner emotional life card. And in your past, you were afraid of losing something and needed to take some time to relax. Then you were feeling a little bit indecisive, or maybe you were in denial about something, Libra. And then you were feeling very motivated and excited for maybe a possible trip. Not sure, you're going to have to let me know if you went on a trip or not last month. So let's see what it says for you for this month. Okay, so here we have the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands is pretty much saying that you are going to be satisfied. You're going to start feeling like in the month of April that you're going to finally be at peace. It is possible that you might be relocating, whether it's jobs or where you live. Something might be relocating. But whether you relocate or not, you're going to finally be at peace, which I think is going to be great for you. Okay, Libra? And, you know, this card kind of means, you know, good endings and fresh starts. So that's great. Our next card is our Mercury card. And this is going to be your work and business matters card. Okay? And in the past, you know, at work, you kind of had a collapse on plans somewhere. And you were feeling really restless about this. And then you were having like a real keen mind, and you need to kind of take your time with things at work and not to be like a real hurry to complete tasks. And then I had advised that you really need to be realistic at work and to avoid overspending. Okay, let's see what it says for you for this month. Okay, so here we have the Death in reverse. And the Death in reverse is telling you that you kind of feel like you're at a stagnation point. You're holding on. There's possible disappointment in the workplace. And the biggest advice I could give to you about that is if there is changes at work, you kind of need to accept them. Sometimes we don't like change, Libra, and that's completely understandable. Sometimes it's the unknown that we don't like. But the Death card is pretty much saying that you really need to accept what's happening, okay? So our next card is our Venus card, and this is our relationships card. So this could be your spouse, significant other, your crush, or it could be a close friend or family member, okay? You got to see where it kind of fits with you. So in the past, you were having some conflict with your relationships. You know, maybe someone was being dishonest. And I kind of advise for you to be careful and watch for dishonesty. And then there was like a sudden ending, a failure. And then it was a break from someone must be taken. And then you were feeling like the lack of closure from something. Like you wanted closure and you weren't getting it. Okay, Libra? So let's see what it says for you for this month. Okay, so here we have the Four of Swords in reverse. And that's pretty much telling you that you might be having a difficult time with relationships right now. And maybe you kind of feel like you're at a standstill with them, you know, like, so I'm seeing two like standstills, like you're kind of stuck right now, Libra, between work and relationships. You might feel like you're not sure which way to go here. Let's see what the rest of the cards say to see if this can help give us a little bit more insight on this, okay? Our next card is our Sun card, and that is going to be your goals. And in the past, your goal was to stop being overcritical of yourself and to stop overthinking things. And then your goal was that you really need to let go of your trust issues and to be patient with yourself. And that you needed to do the right thing by you. And then my advice to you was to make sure you're honest with yourself. Okay, Libra? Let's see what your goal is going to be for the month of April. So here we had the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And this is saying that your goal is to not exaggerate and to give it a rest for now. So something that you're trying to do, you might just need to kind of to give it a break and maybe focus on something else. Libra, let's see if we have anything else that might be able to further help us here. But yeah, maybe if you're trying to make something work with somebody, either at work or in your relationships, and it's just not working out, maybe it's best just to kind of give it a break for the month of April and then take it from there, okay? I'm really curious to see what this next card is, because this is your Mars card, and this is your Conflicts, Challenges, and Difficulty card. And in the past, your challenge was that you need to be tolerant and cooperative. And then you had to, you know, focus on not being impulsive and to really think before making a decision. And then my advice to you was to not be too carefree to avoid mistakes. Then you were possibly dealing with someone who's a hypocrite. And then you're kind of feeling coldness from someone last month. You were feeling coldness from someone. So that kind of you know, opens it up for me a little bit, that maybe that's why, you know, it's saying to give it a rest for now. Maybe someone's shutting you out and you don't want that. You want to repair these relationships, but, you know, maybe it's best just to kind of give it a break. But let's see what it says for you for this month. Okay. So here we have the Chariot. And the Chariot is that you are going to have to keep going, and hard work is ahead, but it will be worth it. So in this case, it might be hard work for your relationships or for work. But where we have give it a rest, I think the give it a rest, this is just kind of what I'm feeling here. You got to take it what works best for you. But I'm thinking the give it a rest is with the relationships. And I'm really feeling like the hard work is at work. So maybe you need to shift your gears and work on yourself at work, so that way you can move forward and not feel like you're in a stagnant situation. Because the relationships, unfortunately, those are out of your control. You can't control the other person, but you can control your work life a little bit. So that's kind of from what I see so far. We do still have 2 cards, but that's what I'm seeing so far for your reading. Okay, Libra? Let's move on to our next card. Our next card is our Jupiter card, which is our growth and development card. And this is, you really needed to get rid of your existing inner conflicts in order to learn and grow. And then you were learning something new. It could be a new, you know, new work, new job assignment, a new study, or a new hobby. And then you were feeling a little discouraged, like you were rejected from something. And then I had advised you, you really need to trust the inner voice and believe in luck in order to be lucky. So let's see what it says for you for this month. Okay, so here we have the 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords is a warning not to get caught in the cycle. You really need to handle defeat with grace and to move on from this so you can help with your growth as a whole, okay? So once again, I'm feeling like this is in your workplace position. I think the give it a rest is with your relationships. That's what my, that's what's really kind of screaming out at me here. Let's see what our last card says. Our last card is our Saturn card, and this is where you're going to need restraint and control. And in the past, you had some possible money problems, and you really need to refrain from making big purchases at that time. And then, you know, I once again said avoid overspending, and you need to be realistic. So it looks like so far this year, I really wanted you to be careful with money, but let's see what it says for you this month. Okay, I almost dropped the card. So here we have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is telling you that just because you're good at negotiating doesn't mean you should. You do need to trust your judgment. But once again, I'm really feeling like this side here is going towards your relationships, to give it a rest because you're at a standstill. Like maybe you want to move forward with somebody, it's not happening. So give it a break for now. Shift your attention and your energy towards the workplace. That way you don't feel stagnant. And maybe the person or people that you're trying to reconcile with and trying to make things work with, it might just flow naturally in the next month or so. So we will see. All right, Libra, I hope that was helpful. And the biggest thing is you really need to not get caught in the cycle, okay? And I wish you the best of luck, and we'll see you soon.